This episode of the Tri Pod.
Oh my God, some of that was just so accurate. It was unbelievable.
That was brilliant.
That was so good.
The greatest thing I've ever heard.
Oh man.
Do I sound like that?
Hello everyone and welcome to the Tri Pod.
You even got the two loveliest lads in the land part in. I love that.
Oh God.
Welcome to the Tri Pod.
I'm nervous. Hello. Welcome. Peanut head.
Always back.
Hello and welcome to episode 50 of the Tri Pod. In today's
that was
episode,
beautiful.
we will be doing a traditional Q&A, and we're not going to be addressing the elephant in the room because I'm no longer the size of an elephant. Lads,
Ronan!
what's the crack, lads?
You are
I'm
back.
Man.
back.
It is
It's been a short while.
so good to see you.
Thank you, sir.
It is.
And you look great.
Thank you. It's good to be back. It's been a while. It's been quiet here without having Kevin to annoy me and Sean to stare lovingly into my eyes. It's been different.
God. Yeah, we were just saying it was literally like the prison guard was away and the inmates ran amok for the last 4 weeks.
Yeah, Mad
true.
Libs.
But also, just remember this, Ronan. I'm the captain now, right? Remember that.
Oh.
I'm
Right,
the daddy.
Go on, what are we doing today, Kev?
You're hosting. Like it's still.
Oh, who's the daddy? Kev? Who's your daddy? No, I've missed you. It's been a roller coaster for me. I'd like to thank everyone actually who sent messages of support to me from my father, who's not well. It means the world to know that people are thinking of him and have him in their thoughts. And the two lads, Sean and Kevin, have been they've been sinking the podcast a bit, but to be fair, they did hit weekly uploads to keep the social media going without me. I was quite shocked by that.
Same here, to be honest.
Yeah.
Gives a shock to all of us, really.
I think the real heroes here are Michael Mack and Mark O'Brien because they saved us. Let's face it, lads, they saved us. So thank you, lads, for last week. It was so good. The feedback we received from that as well was phenomenal. So
no, it's been good episodes. It's been great listening and like having not participated. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, what was that like actually?
It was refreshing. It's the podcast is so entertaining. But apart from the Mad Libs one,
Come here, you know you enjoyed it.
I absolutely did not. It was great. Mark O'Brien is your sister.
Kevin thought that one would go viral.
It's worth a shot.
I enjoyed it. I got some kick on it. Mark O'Brien's sister. I think
we had our fun.
Joke came up, but
look for the listeners. Sorry, we're getting lost in conversation here because we haven't seen each other in so long. To the listeners,
a while.
We're doing our Q&A today, and the reason I've been going on about Mad Libs is it's referenced in the Q&A quite a couple of times, and I've got nothing but hate mail, and it's just been so difficult to pick out questions between all the hate mail. I'm only messing, Kev. I'm back, baby.
I know. I need a shorter leash, and Sean has no control over me in the nicest way possible. So
yeah, I had too much to be doing. I couldn't.
It's true.
I just had to leave him off.
It's true.
Yeah. So
I think Sean, has done an amicable job of putting Kev down in my absence though as well. Like we obviously love Kev, but then it is kind of a thing where you have to just be mean to Kev in a loving way. And I think
expected.
Sean, hats off to you.
Yeah.
You've done a great job. Kevin,
it's a necessary evil sometimes. You just have to.
He doesn't look like he's recovered one bit from my absence. If anything, it looks like he's been dreading my return. So
I have been nervous.
Job,
I have been so nervous about this. So much so I almost didn't come on tonight.
No way. We're actually making this sound so bad. Like.
I'm only joking. So come here, lads. Let's do the usual first. How was your week? Any shooting involved?
Grand.
We have the run of our county, which is amazing.
I've been going hiking without
Didn't
my
touch a camera all week.
What?
Yeah. Oh, I shot a wedding actually.
That's a good shout.
Yeah.
Lovely.
It's back to work. Yeah, I've done 2 now this year. Woohoo!
Happy days. Good going. Good going. I have basically explored all of Wicklow in the last week.
I noticed that, yeah.
Just like literally, I get home from work and because I obviously get home, I work from home. So I'm having my dinner while I'm working. So when it's time to finish, it's gone. You're out the door.
Right.
Right.
It's brilliant though, because like the evenings have been lovely. It hasn't been, the weather's been really nice, and it's been great. It
has been a fantastic week.
So lovely.
Yeah, the weather made some difference to even people's form. Like, everyone's just in such good moods. I didn't shoot. I actually didn't touch a camera all week. This was the first week we were back in school, like school teaching. So it was brilliant to be back. And yeah, I was just focused on work and going out for my runs in the evening. That was it. It was nice to get a break from the camera because I had gotten a good few days out shooting before that. So
yeah,
hopefully now next weekend I'll be back out again.
Deadly.
Yeah.
And how did the wedding go, Ronan?
It was good, yeah. It was a nice small wedding, obviously, with the restrictions at the minute, but yeah, lovely people, Orla and Mark, and before that we had Stacey and Brian, and loads of restrictions followed, and it was like the weddings, it's kind of, you understand people being torn because they're like, I can only have 6 people, I'll be waiting to have 25 people and all that.
Yeah.
But what you really feel at these micro weddings, as we call them, is like you feel the couple's love more, and like the pictures, there's not big crowds and stuff in it, like all the focus is on the couple, so it's really nice. Like you get some great pose shots as well, because like all of that energy that's normally kind of dissipated into a crowd or whatever and meet and greets and stuff, it's not there, so all that is in the photos, you know what I mean?
Nice.
So,
and you're not trying to go off and find the groom who's having beers with all his mates.
Exactly.
Probably one of only 2 men there. Like.
Yeah, like, where's Uncle Tom? Like, we cannot find him. Uncle Tom's above in the room with his jacket off, taking a nap. Like,
class.
Ronan, what have we got in store for your first episode back? I know we have a Q&A because we do one every 10 episodes. So
we do. We have a Q&A and
the voice notes, yes.
So, yeah, some feedback, and we used our new mobile number, which is 086 458 6994, and we have a WhatsApp set up. We can't text you back and we won't share your phone number or anything like that, but you can send us in voice notes and pictures and videos, and we can throw them into the podcast, and obviously we credit you. So the WhatsApp has been great for getting the questions and stuff in for today's episode, but like going forward, we'd love to make it a weekly thing where there's, if you're out and about shooting or whatever, save the phone number and just send us a voice note, be like, I'm here shooting and there's a load of midgies eating my face, what do I do? And then we can address it on the podcast. Like,
that is brilliant.
Deadly,
It'd be like a weekly input from the listener. Like, that would be brilliant.
Like, I know personally I'm going to use it to send messages to harass Kevin. Put on a ridiculous accent. Hello. This
my
is
name
not
is Roland.
This is not Ronan. Kevin is not a nice man. Why am I doing this? This is a podcast.
I don't know.
Because you have a moustache. I'm glad it wasn't like...
That's what I was referring to. Jesus.
Okay.
Oh, we struck off already. It's actually almost a miracle that we've made it to episode 52 without being struck off or sued for. I know we're nearly at like a year, like, so I was 50, but I've just said like a year-long episode, like,
mad,
without being sued or
the prime time are still on our case after we stole their music.
Yeah, class. Right, let's
jump in.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I forgot Kevin is the daddy.
See, there you go, Ronan. Like, there he goes again. Like, nothing's changed.
I've missed you, Kev. Okay, the first one in is from Leamy_J on Instagram, and he said, "Welcome back, Ronan." Thank you, Liam. Thank God you're back. I have a funny feeling Mad Libs never would have happened if you weren't absent. Absolutely correct.
Liam, you're getting blocked.
Yeah.
He's not right.
He said, anywho, my question is for the three of you. Is there any genre of photography that you dislike or have absolutely no time for, i.e. something you could never see yourself trying or getting into? Also, keep up the good work. The graft you have put in is nothing short of epic. You have kept us all sane over the last 12 months. We all appreciate it so much. Here's to the next 50, and you did the beer emoji. Leamy.
Oh, thank you.
Leamy, cutie. I'll disregard the previous part of that message. So for that last part,
Mad Libs must die.
That's a tough one.
We'll go to Mr. O'Riordan first. Yeah.
I don't really want to offend any listeners in case they do shoot this particular genre. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's nothing against the genre. I don't really know. I'd say product photography. Yeah,
controversial.
I don't think I could ever see myself setting up product photography, or shooting product photography. Just doesn't do it for me. Yeah, that's my one. I'll have another think about that while I'm kind of mulling it over, but while Kevin's answering. But yeah, product photography would be my initial thought. That's the first thing that came into my head when I heard that question. So,
go on.
I don't have an answer to this because there's literally nothing I don't enjoy shooting. You know what I mean? I kind of shoot most things anyway. So, products, people, pets, landscapes, gigs, weddings, love it all. I've never tried astro. Kind of falls under landscapes, I suppose. But if you're going into the other aspects of landscape photography, I've never tried astro, but I'd love to.
Thanks for your input, Kev.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything for me that
you're just too nice of a person. You don't dislike anything. Like, you're just the most bubbly and happy-go-lucky lad ever.
But what? I mean, it's all creative and it's all good. You know what I mean?
You're dead right.
Yeah.
How about you, Ro?
I wouldn't say I dislike any genres, but if I was to say anything, I would say boudoir photography that isn't boudoir photography, where you're basically just taking a picture of a naked woman for the sake of taking a picture of a naked woman.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that kind of stuff. Yeah. I think everything has to be tasteful, and like, if you're going to try and create art, you should try and create art. But I wouldn't say I dislike anything. But I could say the same in landscapes. Like, I don't like when landscapes have clarity dragged up to 100 and stuff, so it's each to their own.
Yeah, there's certain caveats with every genre, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
That kind of make us probably not want to shoot them, but that's an interesting question. It's not that I dislike product photography. I think it's really cool. It's really specialized, but I'd never be motivated to go and learn how to do it, basically.
Yeah, I don't think it's like the likes of, let's say, macro. Macro photography is very interesting and very cool, but I don't think I'd specialize in macro photography.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think. Yeah. I don't think. No, it's probably suppose it's easy for me to say because I've never really tried it, but I don't think macro photography would get me really excited. When you get a great landscape shot or a great concert shot, in my opinion, back in the day, you'd be like, oh man, I can't wait. Macro, it's kind of just like stuff close up, innit? You know what I mean? So I tried macro for a while, and macro is fascinating. There's so much to macro. You'd think with macro, when you're zoomed in real close to something and all, you need lots of light coming into the camera. So you'd think use f2.8 or whatever. But depth of field in macro, a macro lens will go up to f128. It proper shuts down the aperture in terms of the distance from the lens to the sensor and all. Macro is its own different animal. There's actually more to it than you would think. And I really enjoy macro. I'd love to get into it more in the future. Also, just want to clarify, I'm not, dissing any macro photographers out there.
Yes, you are. You're a horrible person.
Not at all.
Excuse me.
Leamy, thanks for the question. Thanks for the insults. And thanks for listening.
Good man, Leamy. Team Ronan. The next we have in is, hey, Sean, Kevin and Ronan. Congratulations on reaching the milestone 50th episode. You're doing a great job with the podcast. I always enjoy listening to it. I spoke to Ronan before on Facebook about doing celebrity impressions for a milestone episode for the crack, but I figured since imitation is the sincerest form of flattery that I would do impressions of you guys. Now, they need a bit of work as I have just started attempting them, but you will get the idea. He sent on the video then. This is Brian Manelli.
Oh, Jesus, here we go.
Brian Manelli impressions on Instagram.
I'm scared.
Let's take a listen.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Tri Pod. My name is Kevin Hennessy and as always I'm joined by the two loveliest lads in the land.
My name is Sean O'Riordan. My name is Ronan Harding Sanchez Ratio Downs.
Priceless. Lads, do you know this is our 50th episode of the Tri Pod? Jesus Christ.
There's Sean gone again. Like, he's obviously managed to turn this into some kind of filthy innuendo.
100%. Do you know? I thought it said 50th, not 50th.
Like, I'm only back 30 seconds and you've managed to lower the tone already.
That's true, but I still love you, Sean.
Well, I don't, Sean, but like, here's to another 50 filthy episodes of the Tri Pod.
Oh my God, some of that was just so accurate. It was unbelievable.
That was brilliant.
That was so good.
The greatest thing I've ever heard.
Oh man,
why you sound like that?
Hello everyone and welcome to the Tri Pod.
You even got the two loveliest lads in the land part in. I love that.
Oh God. When he said 100%, he nailed it. And my laugh and everything. Wow, do I sound like that? Jesus.
I think we'll upload that to the gram.
100%.
Oh, that's definitely
100%.
Brilliant, Brian.
Brian, thank you. That was not at all insulting.
It's flattering. It's imitation. We have one in from a special guest just for you, Kev.
What's up, everybody? Peter McKinnon here. Big announcement. Irish accent. It's because I'm going on the Tri Podcast. Every single time I post, Kevin Hennessy wants me to go on. It's happening. But I need coffee.
Yeah, nice.
No, is that Noel McCartan?
That is Noel McCartan. That was not Peter McKinnon. And
fun fact, Peter McKinnon deleted my latest comment off his post.
Did he?
Which means he's seen it. Do you know what I mean? So that's progress.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's Twitter.
Yeah, he deleted it. Like, it's gone.
Let's put that as a milestone on the website.
It's progress. At least he knows I exist now. So that's cool.
Oh man, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, at least he saw it. Fairness.
Yeah. So now look, next time I post, maybe like, okay, it's him again. Look, I will never.
I'm afraid he'll just come on the podcast just to tell you where to go and then just.
I don't care. Imagine how iconic that would be. Like,
yes,
leave me alone. Stop pressing me. We'll follow up then with another voice note from Noel.
How's it going? It's Noel McCartan here. Just giving you congratulations on your 50th episode. Always love listening. But could you please ask Kevin to stop replying to Peter McKinnon? I don't think it's going to happen.
Okay,
well,
it wasn't
not
a question.
With that attitude, no. Like, that's shocking behaviour.
I think Noel's onto something here. I think he's noticed a pattern in your behaviour.
I don't know what he's talking about.
What did they say? Insanity is trying to do the same thing over and over again, expecting different results.
Yeah, but also, what's the other thing they say is like perseverance is key. So, you know what I mean? I'm going to keep going.
Okay. Yeah, until I get blocked. Arrives.
You know what I mean? Like,
okay. When you get blocked, you can try and just create a new account and just say Kevin Hennessy 2. Just go over. Can you imagine?
It's the second coming. Okay, we should probably get into some proper questions and less messing. But the messing is always greatly appreciated.
Yes.
Tri Pod. Okay, from Stephen Phelan, whose true identity is Phelan's photos. I read that backwards for some reason. I have two important questions. One, what is the most useless talent you have? And I just said, let's get into serious questions. What is the most useless talent you have? And if I eat myself, will I get twice as big or disappear completely? We should really check these before we do the podcast.
We definitely should.
All right, the most useless talent that
probably that I can move my eyes.
Jointed my thumb, so I can just bend it back really far. Like, that's my most useless talent.
I can also move my ear.
Wiggle your ears.
Oh yeah, that's a bit useless.
Yeah, it's very useless. Yeah. Or is it useful now because I just did it for entertainment on the podcast?
Oh yeah, because this is on video. I don't know.
I keep forgetting to stare at the actual camera.
What's my most useless talent?
Interrupting us.
Probably getting Peter McKinnon on the podcast.
Yes. My most useless talent is harassing Peter McKinnon.
There you go.
And interrupting us as well. Sean's dead right.
Yes.
His second question, if you eat yourself, will you get twice as big or disappear?
I would say twice as big.
No, you will disappear.
You'd disappear.
I disagree.
You wouldn't disappear entirely though, because you'd get to a point where you've eaten too much of yourself and you'd die. So, God, that's morbid. God.
Yeah, that's
nice one. Feelings photo.
Okay. Stephen, man, like, come on. I gave you a tour of Connemara, like, and you come in with questions like that.
This is what you give us.
I literally gave him like basically an Astro workshop, and the men coming in here and give us questions like that. I'll remember that.
Okay, the next one in is Mr. Luke Kenny.
Hello, Luke.
Instagram is just cancelled. What's the next social media site as photographers we should flock to?
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, that is a good one. So, like, this is, look, Instagram is, what do you call that? It's like a necessary evil at the moment, you know? Like, it's, all you hear these days is people complaining about Instagram, but we have nothing else. Like, Flickr was cool, or not cool. Flickr was a thing back in the day, but I don't know, like Instagram, it's just it's addictive, isn't it? Like that's why everyone goes back to it. It's not.
Yeah. Well, any social media is addictive.
Yeah.
Where did Instagram touch you, Kevin?
Nowhere. Now, Sean, actually, you've had quite a bit of a success story on a certain other social media platform as of today.
Segue goodness.
Yeah, I was and Joe, no, I would have said Twitter, not just because that photo has gone mad on Twitter. I would have said any, but yeah. So like usually on Twitter, I get like 30 likes. I just fired up that cottage shot, the drone shot of Connemara. The one that, and I must apologize to people. I turn off the comments of the post just because I'll have comments off on some posts, comments on other ones, just try and streamline things a small bit, you know. But I actually felt bad because a lot of people started asking me questions, and I was like, "Fuck, this is what the comment section is for." Like, so I apologize. I won't do that again. But I threw it up on Twitter. No, I just literally a caption: "Last light in Connemara National Park." It's like 1,200 likes. It's gone mad, 100 retweets, and people are just, I don't know. I suppose when things start retweeting on Twitter, maybe it just starts going mad. But I would say Twitter. I think Twitter for photographers is good. There seems to be less. Seems to be a bit more. I don't know. I can't describe it, not genuine, but just less fuss. You kind of just post a photo and leave it there. Do you know what I mean? Kind of. Which
you're not expecting much from it, I suppose.
No, I'm not at all. I've only 700 followers on Twitter. Like no, not at all. Do you know?
I think I've like 76.
Yeah. So, not a lot.
It's grand. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. It's grand. You know what I mean?
But you could also treat Instagram like that. Just no fuss. Just post a photo and forget about it, and just go away again. Do you know what I mean? But Luke, to answer your question, I would suggest Twitter.
Twitter, the Twitterverse. That's a good one.
You know, I actually heard another. So the other way everyone talks about the Instagram algorithm. This is kind of off topic, but also not really. Supposedly, if you post a photo, let's say, Instagram wants you to keep checking it, wants you to keep going in, so they will like drip feed the like likes, as in they won't show it to as many people. They'll want you to go on more, so you'll use the app more. So if you actually go onto Instagram, post a photo, and just ignore it for like 12 hours, supposedly the photo will do better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've heard that as well.
It's mad.
It's hard to know.
Yeah, it's a weird one.
It's kind of a bit twisted how like this algorithm is generated by people. They've obviously studied like human behavior and stuff, because that's 100%. Kind of like really zoning in on people who are addicted. Like, it is an addiction.
So what's that Netflix series? It's like, I can't
remember the name, but the Social Network is what it's called.
I didn't want to watch it because it was too close to home. Like, you know what I mean? I was like,
it's like a docu. It's like a docu series, kind of like. So it's like there's a bit of fiction in it, but then they're interviewing real people from Google and stuff. And that's it. They try and get you back onto the app, you know. But interestingly enough, the reach wasn't that different with comments off.
Really?
As in the reach, yeah.
Yeah.
Still relatively the same, which is muck.
Yeah. The thing is as well, Sean, with that shot going like viral on Twitter, like if you don't mind me saying, that's definitely not like one of your most best shots.
No.
Like your tree shot that you posted on Twitter last week was a lot better. Yeah. I'm saying it right.
I would agree.
Yeah. So like that's just it's weird, isn't it? Like,
that's it. I'm actually baffled by like just there was no hashtags on it, no nothing.
Really?
Nothing. It's
no way.
Go check it. It's like literally last night in Connemara National Park. That's it, and the photo. So I don't know how it just completely baffled me. But yeah, Twitter for me anyway. Kevin, have you any suggestions as to Luke's question?
No, just Twitter. Why not?
Yeah.
Or start your own, Luke. How about that? Start your own social network and we'll join.
There you go.
And we'll take it from there.
Bebo's back, baby. Snapchat, baby.
Bebo.
baby.
Bebo. Yeah. Bebo. Share your love with the tripod.
Share the love. I'd probably concur with Twitter as well, because like Snapchat it's not the platform for things. TikTok is more video. Like you can be a photographer on TikTok, but it's not photography, it's content creation really at the end of the day. What else there? Facebook is kind of dead.
Apart from our community group.
Apart from the group, yeah. Facebook groups actually are a good place to post your photos as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Q&A time, lads. This is from Simon N. Photo. What cliches do you hate in photography? And you put in brackets, don't say everything I shoot. P.S. Happy 50th birthday. Thank you, Simon N. Photo. Cliches do you hate in photography? This is a good one. We did a section on this before, I think, in an early episode.
Did we?
Yeah. Did we not? No? Did we not?
Can you tell me in your own words, like, what a cliche is?
Okay, well, I think a cliche...
So I can think of an answer.
A cliche I would dislike in photography, and I don't mean to insult anybody who may do this, so just bear that in mind. But like selective color.
Okay, that's
So like, let's say this photo here of me, and you just have red, and then everything else is desaturated. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just like you just have red bits.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So like, or you have like whatever. Like you've got a photo of something and you only have like one part in color and the rest is black and white.
Oh, okay. I know. Yeah. I got
Like
I have an answer.
That's not my cup of tea.
Selective color kind of it went away though a bit, didn't it? And it was kind of replaced by teal and orange.
Yeah, it was.
I done selective color in the early days, like, for the craft.
I think everyone did, and like because it's kind of like
Photoshop, really, like
because you're like, oh my god, I can do this, so I will do this. You know what I mean? It's in Lightroom, it's going to just all them down, bang, give me green. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I used to do in Photoshop, like using layer mask. That's how I got into like layer masks and stuff by doing selective coloring. You know,
nice.
My cliche in photography is those glass globes that people shoot through. I think that's just daft. Like
lens balls.
The lens balls.
Yeah.
What is the point of a lens ball?
This is super awkward now.
Sean, we actually got you a present for our 50th episode. If you look under your chair, it's sellotaped under.
And there's a little note that says, this episode is sponsored by Lensball. You've just destroyed us, Sean.
Fuck it. Our only sponsor.
No, I agree with the Lensball. I think they're silly because there's only one type of shot you can do with them. Like, I'd sooner use it to like diffract sunlight and cast a rainbow into a macro shot or something like that than actually take a picture.
Yeah. No? They could probably be used a bit better than just shooting into them. Yeah, I just don't. It just doesn't appeal to me really.
This is the kind of the kind of brain we've missed with Ronan saying stuff like that, like diffract sunlight into a macro shot. Like, you know what I mean? This is why we have you here.
My cliche that I would hate, or what was the word? What wording are we using?
Dislike.
Hate. No, it was hate.
Photography. Yeah. Was it hate? Was it? Ooh, strong word.
You must have a very expensive camera.
Oh yeah, that's a
Even though we previously established that, now I do, I have two of them actually. And my lenses were quite expensive, and my flash units and all the batteries and the chargers and the bag the bag that everything's in, and that other bag that's quite expensive as well. And
okay, we get it wrong.
And my studio lights and my reflectors and stands to hold the reflectors. This microphone arm stand. It's all expensive. Yeah, you're dead right. It's not a cliche. That's my one. Yeah,
they're not wrong. It is expensive. But it's not the expensive gear that does the work.
Like,
okay, must have a very good camera.
Okay, here is an exclusive for everyone.
Ooh.
Apart from you two, because you know this already. Obviously, everything gets run past you.
Oh, I know what you're going to say.
Yeah, the shot that I posted of Ballinastow Woods a couple of days ago was shot and edited completely on an iPhone 8.
True story.
I blocked you on Instagram, so how do I check that?
But yeah, so like that just goes to show you actually don't need an expensive camera. You just need to be in the right place at the right time.
That blew my mind.
It blew my mind too, to be honest.
Cause you know what? More so blew my mind was the edit. Like that.
Yeah.
The edit was brilliant.
So I actually, because I brought my camera and
this one?
Obviously while I was there.
That's the one, yeah.
And I took shots on my camera, but I actually prefer, because obviously the focal length on an iPhone is what, like, is it like 12 millimeters or something, isn't it?
Mm.
So
no, it's not that wide. No, it's 24. I think.
Is it? Well, I love
20, 24, yeah.
Because it
worked out real nice. Yeah.
It was the one I ended up posting. But yeah, there you go. That just shows that you don't need expensive equipment.
That's wild.
You don't need expensive equipment or talent at all. It's amazing.
Oh, bro, that was way too nice.
Well, he did say our talent.
Yeah, that was the opposite.
He called you talentless.
Oh, I thought he said for talent.
I wasn't being nice to you. I was not being nice to you. Don't accuse me of that.
That's all right then.
Oh my God, I have had my feet up on the chair since we started, and now I have pins and needles.
You deserve it.
It's karma. Okay, right. Sorry. Next one. Thank you to Simon N Photo for that one, and then we have.
Hey guys, it's Marco B here. I just wanted to congratulate you all on reaching episode 50. What an adventure it has been. Some amazing podcasts, some great laughs. Thank you for letting me be a part of it. I look forward to the next 50. And in the immortal words of one of the greatest reporters on the planet, wow, wow, wee woo.
Good man, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
I wasn't expecting that.
I didn't catch the question there, but that was absolutely fantastic.
Just lovely compliments, and I'll take that all day long.
Such a great voice, hasn't he?
He really does. What an episode! That
it was a class
two
episode.
Lads on was fantastic.
Was brilliant.
Michael
really
McGillicuddy is some lad. He's knowledgeable. He's sound, and like combine that with Mark O'Brien and the what was it he said? The cough. The COVID cough.
The Orton effect.
It was deadly.
Yeah,
it was a refreshing episode to listen to as someone not being on the podcast. You know what I mean? Being able to listen as a listener, it was deadly.
Yeah, Michael is. We all know Mark O'Brien is a gentleman, but like Michael is kind of he not as well known for. I don't know why, because he's an unbelievable.
He's so under the radar. It's ridiculous.
He's an absolute. He's the most well-spoken person. Like if you met him in person to chat to, like he's just an absolute gentleman. And there's just no fuss. Do you know what I mean? It's just about being out with the camera, and he just. I can't wait to get out and properly have a shoot with him. Hopefully this year or next few months.
Soon, lads. Vaccines and all soon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, no more COVID talk. Let's go. Next question.
Next one is from Minimal Dublin, which is our friend Richie Hogan.
Hi, Richard.
Well, Ronan, welcome back. The tripod's been wonky without you. It was like leaving two toddlers in the middle of a room with a tub of open paint. An absolute mess. Welcome back, pal.
He's not wrong.
There's literally nothing incorrect with that statement whatsoever, Richie. Well done.
The tripod was wonky. It was down to 2 legs.
It's so true.
It's a great that's a great analogy. Leave 2 toddlers in a room with a tin of open paint.
Richie, you're a legend.
Hopefully this is a question because we've had like 2 questions, have we?
Yeah, we're all having fun.
Stuart Hayes.
What's the crack, guys? Welcome back, Ronan. Just a question. What medium besides photography do you think helped develop your photographic eye, and what do you draw most creative inspiration from besides photography? Like, so the films, music, long walks on the beach, that kind of stuff. Cheers.
Ronan, do you want to take this first?
Yeah,
I will. Like what medium? Because I got into photography kind of because my mum used to take pictures to then go home and paint because she was a watercolor artist. So in a sense, that's what sparked my love of the landscape and my love of landscape photography. But photography in general, like I love capturing memories at weddings. Like that's basically what your job is, what you're doing. You're capturing the emotion, the feel. So like I get inspiration from not only going out in nature and hiking, but when you're out and about and you see people hiking and you see kids running around and like my own kids running around the place, and like you pick up on the little things that make people happy. Do you know what I mean? Like it all feeds into your energy thinking like that'd be a cool photograph. Do you know what I mean? So you're kind of all the time, but I take inspiration from happiness, I suppose, from seeing the good in things. Which is funny because I've just come out of like the darkest depression I've ever been in. So, yeah.
Such is life.
But we're here.
I think in fairness, I'm not going to play down that because we've all gone through a tough year. So it is actually a good question to make us to sit back and look at the positives and be like, yeah, I like hiking and see what you enjoy. You know,
you have to reflect.
Actually, Stuart has me thinking now.
Man. Good man, Ronan, and good man, Stuart.
Stuart was the lad that suggested the fine art debate as well, that we had an unbelievable podcast on. Do you remember that episode?
Yeah. Stuart's one of my favourite photographers in the country.
Yeah, and I also didn't expect Stuart to sound like that.
Neither did I.
I don't know what accent I had pictured in my head, but it wasn't that one.
I mean, I know he's from Mullingar / Westmeath. It's like maybe not exactly Mullingar or whatever, but I don't know why.
Yeah, there's a bit of a north. North twang in there as well. Stuart, that is such a good question. Kevin, what's your answer to that?
For me, it's music. It's always music. Like I mean, even like generally speaking, if I see a landscape, I associate it with a lyric most of the time because that's just how my brain works. Like
that's pretty cool. Yeah.
So like. Yeah, it's you'll notice like a lot of my captions would be music lyrics, and that's not like it's not like to be cheesy or cool. Like that's just how I spot that lyric or how I associate that photo with the lyric. Yes. And then obviously obviously concert photography, obviously. But even before I ever got into concerts, I was captioning photos with song lyrics because I kind of when you're listening to songs, you're basically enjoying someone's thoughts, which is mad when you think about that, right? But then for me, if I see a place that makes me think of a lyric, then that place ultimately really makes me think of that person's thought. So like, it's mad. Like it is.
Can you say that again? Say it again now.
Yeah. So if I hear a lyric,
blown my mind.
Yes.
If I see a place or see a scene that makes me think of a lyric, like really that scene is making me think of someone else's thought.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? So like, I'll give you a prime.
That's Inception stuff.
Yeah.
Is Leo DiCaprio there in the room, is he?
But that's honestly, like if I see something, I automatically and straight away think of a song. And I'm just like, all right. and then I picture that, and then it makes me think of the song, and I think of like, because that's how my brain is basically just like 87% lyrics, and then like everything else is just in there as well. Then
you're so deep, Kev.
Thanks, lads.
Just so deep.
That's Kev. That's I don't know how to say this without offending you.
Sorry.
That's probably the most intellectually sound thing you've ever said on this podcast.
Only took 50 episodes. It's true.
I mean, the nicest possible.
I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll accept that.
Yeah, Sean basically just said, for the village idiot, that was pretty smart.
Oh God, I love you, Kev.
That was really deep and insightful.
Yeah, it was. So interesting.
Good, yeah.
Thanks.
That makes sense. Jeez, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was Stuart asked that, wasn't it?
Good man, Stuart.
Yeah.
Sean.
Where do I get inspiration from? It's funny because for me, it's actually nothing to do with photography. It's to do with everyone who just goes out and creates or like does what they're good at. Do you know what I mean? So like everyone has an outlet. So footballers, that's their outlet. Like, you know, professional athletes, singers, you know, even doctors, like anyone like that is in their profession, they're just going out and doing it, like, you know, and just getting after it. I love that, like that grittiness, like you just get up in the morning, you're just like, I'm going to go after this now, like, you know. I think
it's like people living their best life.
Yeah, literally, like
people like living, are achieving what they should be achieving.
Exactly, just having that vision, like just getting up and going after it, and that's for me. That's what gets me up at 4 a.m. Like it's like, yeah, I'm going to get after this now, like, you know, and try and go for it, like, yeah. So great. That was a brilliant question.
Great question,
Thanks,
Stuart. Good man.
Favorite question of the evening. I'm lost now, but let's try another one.
Better than Stephen Field's one, yeah.
How's it going? It's Noah McCartan here.
No, we've done that one. Never mind. Try again.
Evening, lads. Welcome back, Ronan, as well. It's Hugh from HughH95 on Instagram. My question for the three of you today is, what's the most valuable lesson you've learned since the start of the podcast or March 2020? Thanks.
Oh.
Most valuable lesson. Slow down and appreciate the now.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that he mean that in photography. Okay, I'll give him that. That's my kind of life example. My photography answer to that would be to appreciate your area that you're living in, and like there's opportunities to photograph more than just, you know, outside of your county, like, you know. And I suppose the slow down aspect definitely comes into that as well, you know. Just slow down, appreciate what you have, and just actually think about the process of photography as opposed to maybe just snapping and uploading is what we were all caught in a rat race, I think. You know.
I kind of second that, to be honest, because maybe at the start of the lockdown, like I was still involved in my posting daily at like 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. You know, no matter what was going on, I'd post just to try appease, you know, the algorithm and try keep posting and all that kind of stuff. And now I only really post if I've got something good to post, and if I've, you know, if I feel like I don't feel like I'm under pressure now to post daily, or I don't feel like I have to post, which is lovely. I feel like I'm almost photographing with freedom now, and it's not for Instagram. It's just for the love of it, and then obviously like it's nice to share it with people and share with friends or whatever. But yeah, I don't feel like I'm under the cosh almost, you know, by the app. So that's nice.
Yeah,
a lesson learned.
I'd be along similar lines, because I think it's important to take time to reconnect with your passions and to ground yourself, and to ensure that like you're not just doing something for an algorithm or because other people think you should do something or to please someone else. That it's important to slow down, take your time, focus on certain things that like make you happy, and just stay grounded, because we've all gone through a lot for the last while, and in a way, like being stuck to a 5k, it's been good for the soul, because you can go out and explore different and new places, and it does change your perspective on things when you do that. So it is important to just take a back seat and look over everything, and look for song lyrics in life.
Do it, man. Do it.
Are you having that?
Yeah. I don't know if it's like cabin fever or whatever, but like I really kind of didn't really mind the 5k limit the last time around. I don't know if it's just like if we've all become accustomed to it, and I'm just like I just accepted it. But it was just like it's grand.
There's definitely a new normal out there, but having said that, I think people maybe that who might have been stuck in an apartment in a city centre have been able to appreciate being able to get out in a county to the coast or whatever, you know what I mean?
County wide, like I'm happy with this. Like it's a look, I live in Wicklow. Yeah. Very lucky. You could live in Monaghan or something.
Monaghan.
Connor Finnegan has no friends. I have like a self-imposed Wicklow county limit since the age of 4. So the
that's true. You've never left Wicklow anyway. So
rumor has it Ronan is like that. You know, you can get these electric fences for a collar for your dog, and when the dog crosses the line, he gets a shock. So once Ronan crosses into the border, he gets a dart off his man bun through his head.
There's an electrical implant in this bobbin. And if I even like begin to think about Wexford or Dublin, it just goes no, and that's it. Then I'll put back in my box.
What are the other border counties? Is Kildare bordering Wicklow?
Yeah, but the other side, in Carlow.
So Kildare, Carlow, Dublin, Wexford.
Yeah.
Is Laois touching in there somewhere?
Laois probably is.
No, Laois probably is. Yeah. Damn Laois.
You know what you're
like. Laois listeners, actually, let us know.
I think we'll have a few Laois listeners, don't we? Well, we've got listeners in Macau, for God's sake. Like, surely to God, we have someone in Laois listening.
Imagine we.
Next question.
Oh, sorry, Sean. Jeez. Thank you for the question, Hugh, and thank you for the rabbit hole, gentlemen. Next one.
How you lads? Fred here, Raw Dublin. I have 2 questions actually. First one is, what's your favourite photograph that you've ever taken? And the second one is, if you could shoot anything, so a place that you've never been that you are planning to shoot in the next 5 years or whatever. So your favourite photo ever, and where have you not shot that you really, really want to shoot? Cheers, lads. Yeehaw!
Good man, Fred. Fred was on the show at one stage, wasn't he?
He was.
Came onto a mini pod back in those days.
The mini pod days. Remember
the mini pod days? Because
that was prime pandemic entertainment. Is what
it was. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it really was.
I'm going to throw this one to Ronan first.
Well, I'm hosting it, so I'm going to throw it to myself.
Yeah, right. Whatever. Love you. So glad you're back.
No, you're not.
No, I actually really am. Like,
this is brilliant.
I'm struggling through pins and needles here so bad.
I suppose if you stick your thumb in your mouth up against the roof of your mouth, it'll get rid of pins and needles straight away.
I'm absolutely not going to do that.
Honestly, do it. 30 seconds.
Me. Absolutely.
He's on a podcast, Kev.
Oh, no, I made that up as well. Just trying to humiliate him.
People will screenshot these things and do things. Anyway, sorry, Fred's question. Favorite photo ever is my aerial shot of the monastery in Glendalough, without shadow of a doubt. And somewhere I'd love to shoot in the next 5 years, or plan to shoot. The world is my oyster now, so I'd love to get over to Iceland or one of those places. And like, I'm not saying I could create something better than what's already being created, but I love to go to places and look for different angles. Like, if you look at some of my shots from Glendalough and stuff, like I don't just shoot the upper lake anymore. I always try and put a twist on it. So I'd like to go somewhere that's aesthetically beautiful and try and challenge myself. Like, don't look up on Google or Instagram or Flickr before I go there. Do you know what I mean? And see what I can come up with.
Yeah.
So, I'd be interested to do something like that.
Yeah. Good shout.
Thank you, Sean.
Shout.
Thank you. Can I have a gold star, please?
No.
Oh, for God's sake, Kevin.
My favourite shot is... there's kind of two in my head. Both were taken at Electric Picnic. One is Billie Eilish, one is Dermot Kennedy. The Billie Eilish one is she's just radiating energy. I captured her perfectly, microphone out to the crowd, Billie doing her thing, Phineas in the background, and you can see the When We All Fall Asleep perfectly on the piano.
Class.
So it's all perfectly lined up, but it's just like pure raw energy. And then there's a Dermot Kennedy one where it's just, once again, Electric Picnic, same night. And it's Dermot during the first song, so An Evening I Will Not Forget, lights shining up from his face. And you can just see Johnny in the background playing piano as well. But it's just the shadows on Dermot's face they just fell perfectly at that exact moment. And that's the only photo of mine really that I have printed, the Dermot one. Yeah, one of those two. Just because obviously the Billy one was just like pure,
it was class,
pure energy. And then Dermot, because obviously I adore his music, but also the photo was class. Yeah.
I think that's probably one of my favorite photos of yours.
It's so rewarding as well when you think about it, like when you're a music fan and a photographer, because not only are you at the concert with one of your idols, but you're also shooting bangers that you can then go home and edit and then print out and put on your wall.
It's like free posters. You know what I mean? Like it's
unbelievable.
Yeah, it is.
I do envy that. Kev. Yeah. I do think it would be so cool to shoot a gig that's like when you're such a big music fan.
Like the Dermot Kennedy thing, like as I said before, like I'd say the first couple of like probably 20 seconds I forgot to take photographs. Like I was just like, shit, no, take out your camera. You know what I mean?
Someone to slap you across the face.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's deadly. And you know what? Like I'm not holding a massive amount of hope for this year, but I've accepted it, so it's grand now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if gigs come back, it's a bonus. So
imagine we got to do one together. The three of us, that'd be deadly.
That'd be some crack.
That would
shoving each other around the pit, shaking our cameras.
I wouldn't have a notion. Where to start?
You'd figure it out, John. Like I had to with the Una Healy gig. The first couple of shots were dreadful, so I had to just figure it out.
Think on the spot.
You do. It's great. Love it.
My favourite image ever was one taken in Killarney, and it is of these pine trees across the lake, shrouded in mist, and it was shot in October, so there's a bit of autumn colour in the background as well. And it's an image that when I look at it, I'm like, I could not have done anything any better. And I have very few images, and I know we're always saying you should be improving, but I have very few images I can say that, but that one, I couldn't have done anything any differently or any better. I nailed it. I really did. I'm very happy with that shot. That's my favourite image I've ever taken. Yeah. I'm not sure the listeners know the one I'm on about, but you'll find it there. It was last year or the year before, I think I shot it. You'll know it when I see it. 200 mil. Yeah. Beauty.
Deadly.
Place that I would like to go.
Oh yeah, we'll go backwards then.
Yeah. Nepal. I just want to photograph the Himalayas and the Himalayan people. I think that would be really, really cool.
That's a good one.
I'm going to go with New Zealand because we've been asked this before and I said elsewhere, but New Zealand have gigs now. So New Zealand would be awesome anyway, but also because they're allowing gigs, I want to be there right now.
Good show.
Okay, we have one last question and it is from Henny, which is Adrian_J_photography. And thank you, Fred, for that question as well.
Yeah, cheers, Fred. You're a legend.
And yeehaw! How's things, lads? Everyone's thoughts on composite images, be they astro, landscape, or perspective blends. Also, thoughts on the relentless march of light pollution. I'd look weird doing a voice message where I am right now. Great show, by the way. Adrian J Photography on Insta Spam.
I wonder where he was. I'm curious now.
He's probably in a public place and he didn't want to be Do you know? Although they wouldn't really call a place they're talking to your phone. That's only what people do.
Send us a selfie or something. I'm
like Jacks.
Now. Were you on the toilet?
He's in a public toilet.
We'll put it on our story.
Probably on the John, yeah.
That's fair.
So thoughts then on composite images, be it like blending in astro shots into your landscapes or perspective blends or whatnot. What are your thoughts, gents?
So I think this is quite an interesting question for a couple of reasons. And because obviously I'm new to Photoshop. You guys are like a dab hand of Photoshop at this stage, and you're the old fogies or whatever.
We dabble.
We dabble. I put it this way. Today I shot intentionally to try and learn how to do a focal blend. Now I haven't tried it yet, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it or not. But what the shot that I wanted, I couldn't achieve with one shot. You put it that way.
Yeah.
So I think as long as you're not trying to like fool people, and as long as if someone were to ask you, how did you do this? You're like, oh, well, it's actually 2 photos in one. I don't see a problem, but I'll hand it over to the experts because that's what you are.
Have we experts on?
Yes.
You saying we're an expert in fake photos, Kev, isn't trying to fool people?
It's you and Sean are the experts, Ronan.
Sean is ruthless now. I love it. You've grown.
Something changed when you were gone, Ronan. Sean,
I've gone back to school, you see, so I'm a teacher mode now. Yeah, I would agree with you, Kev, as long as you're not trying to fool people. I always say that about composite images. I've done composite images, but I've always said that it's composite. It's a great way to learn Photoshop. It's a great way to train your eye in terms of, believe it or not, like exposure blending down the line, because a good composite, you have to match the images. So you have to learn about matching white balance. You have to learn about matching different luminosities in terms of the transition. So let's say you're blending a sky into a foreground, an astro shot. You have to match the brightness value of the sky in the foreground to the sky in the astro shot. So it seamlessly blends. That's a great skill to learn, So there's nothing wrong with it at all. But just don't try and fool people and pass it off as real,
Yeah. I'd never, if someone asked me, was that Photoshopped? I'd be like, yeah, of course it was. You'd never try to fool someone. Actually, Key and Ryan, is it Key and Ryan 92 or something like that?
Yeah.
He had up a story a couple of months back at this stage now, and it was like someone posted an astro shot from a place where you just wouldn't get an astro shot. You know what I mean? It was just like the light pollution, it just wouldn't, and they were swearing blind that it was an actual, it was a real.
It was
photo,
from Cork City or something. I think.
Yeah, it was something like that. And it's just like, come on, you're fooling no one but yourself.
Yeah,
I actually, I did a composite shot of the pool bag stacks. The iconic towers in Dublin, Sandymouth.
Yes.
I did a shot and composite put in the stars behind them, and openly said it was a composite, and I still got relentless abuse for doing it. And I was literally says it's a composite image. I said in the caption, how cool would it be if you could take shots like this if there was no light pollution?
Yeah.
And still the hounds came and ate me.
Yeah.
But, some people are just bitter though. You know what I mean? It's just
as Sean said, it's a good way to learn Photoshop and stuff, and you do learn how to color match. And one thing you see with some people starting out, they'll do a sky replacement in a shot from Killarney at the Upper Lakes or Glendalough Upper Lake or whatever like that, and they do the sky replacement fantastic, but they've completely forgotten that the sky should reflect in the lake. So you've got this fiery orange sky, and then the lake is still in blue.
Yeah,
because it was reflecting the blue sky, But in terms of other photo manipulation, my landscape style now, I don't take single images. I'm always using telephoto lenses and combining different focal lengths and doing panoramas and all different ways of shooting, because I just don't think, especially a wide angle lens, I love a bit of compression with a telephoto lens, but a wide angle lens for me doesn't get the results of a realistic landscape, because it kind of pancakes everything and flattens everything.
Yeah.
So if you're up the mountains and you're using a wide angle lens, like you're defeating the purpose because you're squishing everything. So I'd prefer to do a telephoto panorama, like all around, and get the actual compression and the height of things.
So can I just jump in real quick there? Like the photo that you said as your favorite photo that you've ever taken, look, I was driving past that yesterday, and how I saw that was actually how it looks in real life from your photo.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
and you can only really achieve that real life look from, you said that was that a 4-shot pano? Was that?
It's a 5-shot vertical pano, but in between each angle, I also moved the drone.
Yeah.
So as I shot up the valley, the drone was like at a low enough height so you could get the height of the mountains in. And then as I brought the drone up higher, I tilted the camera down to get the perspective as if you were getting the panoramic view up the valley. So as you look at that photograph, you're looking down on the monastery in the foreground of the photo. And as your eye moves up through the photo, you're looking up the top of the valley, which is, it's realistic because that's the shape of the lay of the land. Like the mountains should be tall, and you should, if you're up high in a drone, you should be looking down on the monastery as well. So like I think perspective blending and stuff like that, I'm a big fan of it. It's what my style is evolving into,
and it's gorgeous.
Oh, thank you, Kev. But it's also very easy to do wrong. It doesn't work a lot of the time as well. So don't just go and horse a lot of things together and then like the Ballinastow Woods trail leading up to Loch Tay in the background with then a Milky Way or something.
That is my new task. I'm gonna have that ready.
That's like a running joke. Often if I'm out shooting with Alan Hartigan and was it Mike was with us, and we'd be shooting a scene kind of flat, we'll just say, Ash will just throw Milky Way over. So this is like a running joke. But that's interesting, Ronan. You got your little work with the drone. I'm always shooting, most of my drone images are panos now, because the Mavic 2 has a 28mm focal length, so it actually gives nice compression. So combine that with a pano, and you get a really, really nice shot, So that's interesting though. But that's a good question.
That was a great question.
That's a great question, yeah.
Is that the end of the questions?
We missed the bit on light pollution, but
I'll say one thing on light pollution, right? I was shooting last week in Connemara. Very dark skies, really nice, but you'd be surprised, like even tiny villages like Cleggan and all those places, like they were giving off light pollution, and they're only like literally a couple of street lamps is all they were, and you'd still notice it on the camera. Still notice it. It's a shame, it is, but what can you do? Like, do you know what I mean? It's just maybe switch off the street lights at night time. I don't know. Are
those NISI natural night filters or something? I don't know enough about it now, but something we could definitely come back to, I think.
Yeah. I've seen Garrett in Cameras Filter Ireland. I was in his office months ago now, but he showed me a side-by-side comparison of the filter, and he took the photograph from Limerick City, and it did a good job of dealing with light pollution. Really? So it could be something. Maybe we could get Garrett on even to talk about it. Maybe he'd
be lovely.
Yeah. Brilliant, Adrian. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Adrian, and thank you everybody. Sorry, Ronan, that was your line. Go again.
I don't know why I bothered coming back. Do you know that?
Does a cat drink milk? Like, do you know?
Look, I'm sorry. I'm excited. You're back. But I'm the daddy now.
I'm the daddy. Okay. Thank you to Sean and Kevin for welcoming me back with such open arms, such kind hearts, and such love and support. Thank you to our listeners. I hope you enjoyed this episode. We'll obviously be back in the sequel, which will be next Tuesday at 4 a.m. So
next week. Sorry for interrupting. We have a very interesting guest on next week.
Kevin, we've talked about this. What happens if we don't have an interesting guest on next week?
She's going to be on next week.
How do you know?
Because I spoke to her.
What if EAFE yokel explodes again and there's an eruption?
What a great pronunciation, Ronan. You've been practicing.
The Icelandic
That's a hint.
That is a hint. And that's all we'll say. Good luck.
I'm going to try and finish the episode without getting interrupted again now.
But
086 458 6994. Send us in your voice notes, send us in pictures, send us in videos, all that kind of crack. This has been episode 50 of the Tri Pod. As always, from myself, Sean, and Kevin.
That guy.
It's backwards, Kev. That's episode 5.
It'll be flipped.
No, what?
Whatever.
This is how it turns.
You are flipped, Kevin.
I am flipped. Ronan, it's been great to have you back, buddy.
Thanks, Kev.
I genuinely mean it. I have missed your face. I've missed your voice. And the lovely, lovely listeners have missed you terribly too.
I actually don't believe that for a second. I think they're going to be like, oh, he's back. Yeah, I'm back and I'm not going anywhere.
Yes,
ladies and gents, thanks for listening to episode 50. I can't remember how we sign out. So yeah.
See you next Tuesday. Oh, I was trying to give you a hint.
Kevin, for the love of God, Kevin. I'm trying to reconnect with the listeners. Every time I've tried to reconnect with the listeners, you've come in, you've done something stupid, you've done something loving and bubbly and it's so lovely. See us next Tuesday.
Won't see him back again next week. So, Sean, it's just you and I again.
Yeah, here we go. Well done, Kev.
Yeah, exactly. There he is. Hi, Ronan.
Go on, good luck.
Let's talk photography.